Well, hello everybody. Hope you're all doing very well. Simulation for the Nation here. Welcome back to Meadow Grove Extended, and welcome back to the ever-growing challenge that lies ahead of us. As you can see, we're £141,000 in debt at the moment there. Now that number has been coming down, or going up actually. I guess it would be going back up towards zero, and it's going to continue to do so, but it's just taken an awful lot of time. We're on a contract today. Weirdly, farmer has requested that we come and disc in or kind of roll in some withered potatoes. That's what we're doing. Now, why you choose to do this, I don't know, but this is what he wants to do, and this is exactly what we're doing. So we're in the 1055 today, 1056, as we crack along through. We've got about just that 6 meter on the back there. It's doing an okay job, I guess you could say. But the main thing is that it's an easy contract for us to get out of the way. We're going to jump straight into another one as well. Got some baling to do, some salvage baling. We need to get the mower out and get everything going there as well. But this one is just going to be nice and straightforward to start with. Not take us too long. It's not a huge field, but it's big enough to keep us going. And it's, like I say, it's not worth too much, but it'll pay off a little chunk. And that's what we need to do, just take on as many contracts as we can. Now, obviously in Farm Sim, the best thing you can do, the most lucrative contracts are always going to be finding those fertilizer contracts. But to do that, you have to buy fertilizer, and I can't afford to do that. So we're going to take the opportunity not to, unfortunately. And we have a little bit of fertilizer of our own, but that's kind of set aside specifically for our own crops. So we need to kind of leave that to one side for now. And yeah, we'll see. But all we can do in the meantime, though, is just keep chipping away and doing what we can. We finished the field of oats of our own. That's all been combined. That's looking pretty good. It's all tucked away, and it's in the trailer in the shed at the moment there. We're going to get rid of that when we can, but we don't need to combine anymore. That was field 230. You can see the combine still parked in there actually. Let's move. I wonder, can we get all of this in one? Yes, we can now. Happy days. There's our 6 meter wide valve start. I mean, essentially it's just a roller, but we've got a crumbler bar on the front there. Seems to be working. Farm Sim rules, I guess, and we'll live with that. And yeah, we're doing all right. So, I mean, just like I say, the more opportunities we can get to make some more money, the better. We have more fields to harvest. We're not done there yet. We've got field 227 to run at. And then we've also got field 114 down at the southern edge as well. Now, we also have some grass down there to knock down as well. So, hopefully we'll get a lot more contracts coming through the harvesting very shortly as we get into the summer. And we'll try and make as much as we can off of that. Now, as we are on the lower or the harder economy there, the value of our crops that we are producing on our own aren't worth a great deal. So you got to kind of factor that in when you're making the decision as to what to do next and how to tackle certain different jobs. But we're surviving. We're getting on through there. That's all I can say. Like I say, if you do have any current experience on Meadow Grove Extended there, good contracts to use, good farms to run at, good opportunities, then let us know. We'll keep cracking along. As I mentioned there, we're just doing what we can, really, and that's going well. I'd love to be able to have this at 0 or higher by the time we get to Farm Sim 22. So that's quite a challenge, as you can well imagine. So we'll have to see. Now there has been some great reaction to the first episode on this progress, so we'll certainly continue. See how we can maybe put one episode out a week here just to kind of show progress and see how we're getting on. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to see that continue, if you'd like more, or what that's going to look like. But yeah, we're trying to push ahead as quickly as we can, that's for sure. And then yeah, we should be good. Otherwise it's all kind of it's as steady as you are. At a great stream. It's great, 2 streams on here recently actually. It's been really good to have you all there with us and kind of helping us along there. It's huge buy into it as well, so thank you very much for everyone who has attended. No, I wouldn't be surprised if very shortly we get the little completed icon. It'd be great if we you. Oh, get back around there. There you are. Alright, flying up this hill. Not much left to go out here. We're currently, like I said, just kind of working our way down around the existing land, actually, that Frank used to own, which is just over there, on the other side of those trees. Ooh, I missed it again. Yeah, field that incredibly old contract finished. There you go. We'll get to the end of this row, and then that's all the farmer wants us to do, so we can step away. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And onwards to the next task. What we're going to do, we're going to take this back on up to our yard. We're going to hook off the roller, and then we're going to hook on the mower, do a little bit of a machinery shuffle, and then we'll get ourselves sorted and set up ready for our next job. Okay then, that was a quick little speed round back. What we'll do is just swing on into the yard here, drop off these rollers like I mentioned. Get in there. And then, yeah, when you do a little bit of shuffle around, we're going to try and take 2 different trips down here. One with the case and the mower, and then the other one with the wrapper and the baler. We're trying to do everything in one fell swoop, really, if you will. But first thing, let's just get this stacked in the corner. Pretty much like that already. Lovely stuff. Alright, so more a go, and then we are off. Haven't even got anything to wash our kit down with at the moment. No pressure washer or anything, so that's a little bit disappointing. But we'll have to make do. I'll get in that way. Speed around here. There you go. Okay. So vehicle number 1 is ready. Now, of course, we need to go and just start on this field first, and then we'll get that one done. As my foot slips off the pedal there, we are heading over to, let's get some contracts sorted out, shall we? We're heading over to field 41, which is from here. We're going back over towards the newer, or the original ground, really. And it's going to be this little guy right here. So this, if memory serves, this is one of the new yards, which looks pretty cool, but we're going to have a look into it. Field 41 is what we're going to go over and jump into now. So, but before we do that, let's get this money here. So we'll collect that. That's £1,300 in the bank. So we're down to 139,000. Getting better and better. All right. With the John Deere over here, we do have, like I say, about 7 or 8,000 liters of, or 7 or 8 ton of oats in the back there. Again, very poor yield because we haven't put fertilizer onto anything. If we look at that oat price though, well, it's not, we'll see what mill end does, see if that wants to creep up anymore there. It's on the rise there a little bit, but 490, so we're not going to make much off of that. But, you know, it is what it is. We do have straw still to bring in. We're not going to do any of that right now. We're going to leave that and see if we can get a better price for it. But 41, so I think the best way for us to go to get to 41 is going to be out to the right here. Now, we've already just taken a bit of a drive. So I will speed on over to this, and then we'll see you in the field as we get cracking on and hitting that headlands really, and getting that grass knocked down nice and quickly. And this map, anyone would think I've never played Meadow Grove before, but I am getting lost all the time. However, we are standing in field 41. Now, it's not the biggest, but that's not a problem at all. That's quite good, in fact, actually. I think it's still worth in the region of around about the £4,500-5,000, so it's still good from a financing standpoint. Let's just spin this out and loop myself around here. There you go. Speed that up, drop it down, and off we fly. Perfect stuff. So yeah, like I say, real aim is here just to kind of fly through and get as much of this these contracts done as we can. There are an awful lot of fertilizer and baling contracts coming up, especially as we progress through the days. And we should hopefully really be able to kind of crack along with that one. But the key is to try and get through them and bury it as much as we can. So That's what we'll be trying to do. And I hope it's that easy. I really, really do. We'll have to see. But yeah, it's going to be a challenge either way. We're going to have to keep and run the same equipment that we have. And I really hope that that doesn't... First of all, fuel's going to be fun. I'm not sure quite what we're going to do about that one. We have to be quite clever with how we think about that. But yeah, we can't have anything running out. But we at the same time we can't afford anything new. So it's all up in the air. We'll have to see. If I can get myself down to 40 grand within the next week there, I think that'll be a good start. If I can get like less than 100, sorry, that would be a great way for us to go, and a real good indication that this is actually going to work and that this farm can be saved here. So that's always the plan. And by the end of the summer there, that would probably be in about the same period of time. So we'll see. Like I say, always open to recommendations as to what we could or should do. Now I can't even, I was looking the other day at potential forestry. Not that I'm the world's biggest fan of forestry, but I was looking to see if that would be an option, and we don't even have the ability to do that. There are no means for me to buy a chainsaw, for example. So there goes that idea. So yeah, still looking to see what we can do. That's for sure. But we'll keep persevering, as I say. We'll make some good progress. I'm going to bring down the John Deere with the baler and the bale wrapper on in a moment or two, and we'll just have everything to hand here. So we can get it all done, and then after that it's going to be the telehandler and bale trailer, so we'll have to get that brought down, try and get them all into one, figure out where we're selling them all. The fun of contracting, always a pleasure. Like I say, when we can, we'll put my own farm ground onto the back burner just so we can make some better progress with any paid custom work. I think that's going to be very important to do. We've only got the one more field left to go at anyway, and I think that's going to be ready for harvest later on in the year anyway, so it gives us a nice little cushion. We will have to plow over most of our own ground because we get that additional boost from plowing, which we can't really afford to turn down really, so we'll have to do that. And then hopefully we can get into a better position. We need to use our fertilizer sparingly, so we need to be as smart as we can with all this really. It's good, and we're working off of the very similar principles to that of a debt-free farm, but the only thing is that, you know, we don't have the money to start with there, so we have to be extremely careful about how we progress and how we use the funds that we do have already. And so that's the trickier bit. Otherwise, everything else is going fantastically well. We have, by the time this video comes out, we may well have clipped through 17,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. We're hovering just below time recording there. And a big shout out to everyone who joined in the stream on Sunday on console there for Atherton Park there. That was really good fun. Really chilled out, really relaxed there. Very much enjoyed it. A lot of new faces in there as well, so welcome along. Thank you everyone who has enjoyed it and who has joined in as well. The one thing that is always very regrettable is that with consoles you can only just get 6 people onto a server, so it does fill up very quickly there. And if you're not there straight away when we go on live, the opportunities are very limited, so yeah, it is something to have to consider. I'm looking forward to FS22 for crossplay, where we can get a few more people onto a server at a given time there. That'll be really cool. Okay, so 5 headlands, that should probably do us actually. If we're baling it all there, that will be fine. And then, yeah, like I say, not much left to get at really after that. Getting the field definition warning flashing up there, it's always fun. I like this little area down here though, it's a nice little shed. Nice little farmyard, that one. There are some really beautiful yards on this map, it must be said. Nathan's done a very good job with that. And lower you down there and just dissect this field like so. Alright, well, we split the field, we've got the headland taken off there, we will get flying through. And then before long we'll bring down the baler and the wrapper, and you guys can join us to see how we get on with that bit as well there. So stay tuned and we'll be back down with all systems go.